Hey, what's going on, everyone? Christian Carter from Radius, and today we're talking about mortgage recasting. So essentially, recasting your mortgage, right? And what the heck does that mean? Well, I'm glad you asked because we're going to go in depth and talk all about mortgage recasting, right? All right, so first off, let us define the term, right? What is mortgage recasting? It is a process that allows homeowners to lower their monthly mortgage payments by making a lump sum payment towards the principal balance. Okay? Now, this is very different from refinancing. Think about when you're recasting, you're essentially applying a large amount of money directly towards the principal amount that you owe on your loan, right? And then in turn, the mortgage servicer will recast the mortgage and give you a lower monthly mortgage payment, right? Sounds simple, right? We're going to dive into everything, okay? All right, so let's get started. So, what changes when you recast your mortgage? Well, I'm glad you asked. The principal balance, right? So the amount that you owe on your loan or your mortgage, that is what changes, right? So if you owe $100,000 on your mortgage and you apply 25 grand towards the loan amount, you will then owe 75 grand, right? So that's essentially what changes when you recast your mortgage is the principal loan balance. So what doesn't change when you recast your mortgage? I'm glad you asked. The terms of the mortgage. So essentially, let's say you have a 30-year mortgage, right? You got it 5 years ago, so now you have 25 years left on your mortgage. If you recast your mortgage at this point, you're still going to have 25 years left on the mortgage, right? And now this is really important too. The interest rate will not change when you recast your mortgage, okay? All right, next up here, why would somebody recast their mortgage, right? And essentially the only reason why you would recast your mortgage is to lower that monthly mortgage payment, right? That's essentially the only reason. And then last up here for the left side, who would recast their mortgage? Essentially, we see people that come into a large sum of money might want to recast their mortgage. So if you get a large inheritance and it's not enough to pay off the entire mortgage, but let's say 50, 75, 100 grand, and you want to apply that to the loan amount, what you currently owe in the mortgage, that would be, what we see a lot of times when people want to recast. Also, people that get, big bonuses, salary commission checks, things like that. Again, a large sum of money that you want to throw directly at the loan balance, right? So that's essentially who we see recasting the most. All right, next up here, how does recasting work? Now, this is a really simplified version, but we're going to go over 4 steps real quick, right? So number 1 is you apply a lump sum payment, right? So again, like we said, let's say you have a $100,000 mortgage and you inherit 25 grand and you want to take that lump sum of 25 grand, apply it directly to the mortgage, right? So you make that lump sum payment. Next one's a big one. Number 2, re-amortization, right? And as we all know, because we all watch these videos, amortization is essentially paying down the loan amount, right? So every payment that you make, you're paying a little bit towards interest, paying a little bit towards principal, which in turn is paying down the loan amount, right? So after you make that lump sum payment, your mortgage will be re-amortized. Again, it will be re-amortized over the same length of the original mortgage and the same interest rate, right? So after that, number 3, there'll be a new payment schedule. So I'm just throwing out random numbers here, but again, let's say you originally owed $100,000 or you now owe $100,000 on your mortgage, and I don't know, your monthly payment is $1,000 a month. You apply 25 grand directly to the principal. That mortgage then gets re-amortized, and your new payment schedule might be, $800 or $900 a month, right? So your new payment schedule comes out, and this is the part, number 4. There's a recasting fee, right? So nothing in this life is free. This is definitely not free to do, but there is some sort of recasting fee that comes along with recasting a mortgage. All right, and then last up here, just some quick notes. Not all lenders offer recasting. It varies from lender to lender, right? And then again here, different lenders may have different requirements. So 2 things I want to hit on as far as this. So some lenders might have a minimum lump sum payment, right? And basically that means is that, the lender will do a recast of the mortgage as long as it's, 50 grand or more, or, 75 grand or more. But they do want a large amount, and that will, the amount will vary from lender to lender, right? And then another thing that varies is there might be a certain time period in there, right? So the lender might say, hey, when you're eligible for to recast your mortgage, but you can't do it earlier than 24 months or 36 months or 6 months or something along those lines, right? So again, it varies lender by lender, but just know that some lenders might have a minimum lump sum payment and some might have a certain time period when you can go through the recast, right? All right, and then last one here, if you're looking to pay off your mortgage faster, or if you're looking to lower your interest rate, so lower the overall amount of interest you pay over that loan term, maybe recasting your mortgage, probably not going to be your best option. So if you're looking to pay off your mortgage faster or looking to lower your interest rate, refinancing would most likely be a better option for you. So I know we talked about a lot here, recasting your mortgage. It is a question I get fairly frequently. But if you do have questions, feel free to reach out to your friendly neighborhood mortgage loan officer, which I hope is me. And as always, if you have more topics, please let me know. I love making these videos. And that's it. Have a good one.